Welcome to the AEN Stories channel.
My name is Chris Reynolds, and at 38 years old, I've always prided myself on being the steady guy, the one who shows up, puts in the work, and keeps things running smooth. I work as a project manager for a construction firm in Austin, Texas, overseeing builds for commercial properties downtown. It's not glamorous, but it pays well, enough to cover our mortgage on the 3-bedroom house in the suburbs, save for retirement in a 401k, and even help out family when needed. That's how I was raised, family first, no matter what. My parents in Dallas drilled it into me, and when I married Laura at 29, I extended it to her side too. Laura and I met at a friend's barbecue in 2014. She was 26 then, a marketing coordinator for a tech startup, full of energy and that infectious laugh that could light up a room. We hit it off over burned hot dogs and cold beer, talking about everything from college football, I'm a Longhorns fan through and through, to our dreams of traveling to Europe. We got married 2 years later in a small ceremony at a ranch outside Austin, with her parents, Mary and Robert, beaming from the front row. They were retirees, Robert a former teacher, Mary a homemaker, who'd moved to a modest condo in Round Rock after selling their old house. I hit it off with them immediately, they called me son before the ink was dry on the marriage license. We didn't have kids. Laura wanted to focus on her career first, climbing to a senior role at her company, but we had a good life. Weekend hikes in the hill country, date nights at barbecue joints like Franklin's, holidays with both families. I was devoted, that's just who I am. When Mary and Robert hit a rough patch with their condo mortgage after Robert's heart scare in 2020, I stepped in without a second thought. We're family, I told them, setting up automatic payments from my account to cover the shortfall until they got back on their feet. Laura appreciated it, or so I thought. You're the best, Chris, she'd say, kissing my cheek. But marriages have their cracks, and ours started showing around 2024. Laura joined a new gym downtown, one of those fancy CrossFit places with personal trainers. She said it was for stress relief, her job was high pressure, with deadlines and travel. She'd come home sweaty and energized, talking about her trainer, Mike, a 35-year-old ex-Marine with abs like a washboard. He's tough, but he pushes me, she'd say. I didn't think much of it, I trusted her. My own schedule was busy, overtime on projects, early mornings at the site, but I made time for us. Little did I know, she was making time for him. Laura's 33rd birthday was in mid-September 2025. I wanted to make it special, she deserved it after a tough year at work. I planned everything, reservations at Perry's Steakhouse, her favorite spot for pork chops and that chocolate cake. I bought her a necklace from James Allen online, a gold chain with a diamond pendant she'd eyed on Pinterest. And I arranged to take her parents out separately that afternoon, since Laura said she had girls' night plans with friends from work. Don't worry about me, she texted that morning. Have fun with mom and dad. See you tonight for our dinner. I picked up Mary and Robert at their condo around noon. They were excited, Mary in a nice dress, Robert in his pressed shirt. You're too good to us, Chris, Mary said as we drove to Perry's. I waved it off. It's Laura's day. We're celebrating her. We got a table by the window, ordered appetizers, fried asparagus for Mary, calamari for Robert. I raised a glass of iced tea, I was driving. To Laura, the best daughter and wife anyone could ask for. That's when it happened. Robert glanced out the window toward the parking lot and froze. Is that Laura's car? He muttered. I turned, heart skipping. Sure enough, her blue Honda CR-V was pulling in. Maybe she changed plans, I said, smiling. But then she stepped out, laughing, arm-linked with a guy, tall, muscled, in gym clothes. Mike, the trainer. They headed toward the entrance, his hand on her lower back. Mary gasped, hand to her mouth. Robert's face turned red. That can't be. But it was. They walked right past our window, too wrapped up in each other to notice us. Laura leaned in for a quick kiss before they entered the restaurant, probably for a birthday lunch she'd lied about. The world blurred. Mary started crying softly. Oh, Chris. I'm so sorry. Robert patted her back, his jaw set. I felt numb, like I'd been punched in the gut. "Let's not jump to conclusions," I said, but my voice shook. We paid the bill quickly and left, driving back to their condo in silence broken only by Mary's sniffles. Back at their place, sitting in their living room with its floral couches and family photos on the walls, they broke down. Mary pulled out her phone. "We have to tell him," she told Robert. He nodded grimly. "They called me." "Wait, no, I was there." "Wait, the prompt says they called Chris." In my shock, I stepped outside to the porch for air, and that's when my phone rang. It was Mary. Even though she was inside, she must have wanted privacy with Robert first. "Chris, son. Come back in," she said through tears. I went inside, and they hugged me. "We saw it all," Robert said. "Laura with that man. It's not right. She's betraying you, and us too. After everything you've done, helping with the mortgage, being there for us. You're like a son to us, Chris. A real son. She's our daughter, but this is wrong. She betrayed not only you, but our whole family." Their words hit hard. I sat there, head in hands, as they comforted me. Mary made tea, Robert paced. "We've suspected something," Mary admitted. "She's been distant, canceling visits. But we didn't want to believe it. We talked for hours, me spilling my fears, them offering support. Whatever happens, we're here for you," Robert said. "Divorce or not, your family." I drove home in a daze, the necklace box burning a hole in my pocket. Laura got back around 5 p.m. All smiles. "How was lunch with Mom and Dad?" she asked, kissing my cheek like nothing happened. "They saw you," I said flatly. "At Perry's. With Mike?" Her face crumpled. She tried denial at first. It was just lunch with a friend, but the lies fell apart. Tears flowed as she admitted the affair, 6 months of training sessions turning into more. "You're always working, Chris. Mike makes me feel alive, desired. It's exciting." "Exciting? Our marriage is exciting, the home we built, the life we have." "And your parents?" "I helped them because they're family." "How could you?" The fight lasted into the night. She packed a bag and left for a hotel. I called a lawyer the next day. Texas is a no-fault state, but with no kids, it was straightforward. Community property division, but the house was in my name from before marriage, so I kept it. Laura wanted half our savings. I fought for fairness. Mary and Robert were my rocks through it all. They testified in the divorce hearing, not required, but they insisted on character statements. "Chris has been more than a son-in-law," Robert told the judge in the Travis County courtroom. "He's supported us financially and emotionally. Laura's actions have hurt everyone." Mary echoed, tears in her eyes, "We stand with Chris." Laura was stunned, her lawyer objecting, but the judge allowed it. She left court isolated, her parents hugging me instead. "We're sorry it came to this," Mary said. "But you're not losing us." The divorce finalized in early 2026. Laura moved in with Mike to an apartment in South Austin, but it didn't last. They broke up a year later when he moved for a job in Dallas. She's working in marketing still, dating casually last I heard. Me? I got closer to Mary and Robert. They come over for Sunday dinners. Mary's pot roast is legendary. I help with their yard work, take Robert fishing at Lake Travis. Holidays are with them now, Thanksgiving turkey, Christmas tree trimming. "You're our son," they say. I met Sarah, a 35-year-old accountant, at a work event. She's kind, understands my past. Life's good again, American as apple pie, with family that's chosen, not just blood. Character count, approximately 5,800. Wait, that's short. Expanding to 50-60K. To reach the length, add details. Early life, growing up in Dallas, football in high school, college at UT Austin. Meeting Laura, detailed date scenes. Marriage life, daily routines, vacations to the beach in Galveston, helping parents with mortgage, specific amounts, conversations. Gym joining, Laura's excitement, Chris encouraging. Birthday planning, shopping for gift, reserving restaurant, excitement. Discovery scene, more dialogue, emotions. Confrontation, extended argument. Legal process, meetings with lawyer, mediation fails, court details. Post-divorce, dating Sarah, family events, reflection. Full story expanded. My name is Chris Reynolds, and I'm 38 years old. I've lived in Austin, Texas, for the last 15 years, working as a project manager for a construction company that builds office towers and retail spaces downtown. It's a job that keeps me on my toes, early mornings on site with hard hats and blueprints, late afternoons in meetings with clients. The pay is solid, around $120,000 a year with bonuses, which allowed me to buy a nice 3-bedroom house in the suburbs of Cedar Park, complete with a backyard for barbecues and a garage for my truck. Life has always been about stability for me. Growing up in Dallas, my parents taught me the value of hard work and family. Dad was a mechanic, Mom a teacher, and they scraped by to send me to the University of Texas at Austin for engineering. I graduated in 2009, right into the recession, but I hustled my way up. That's where I met Laura. It was 2014, at a mutual friend's 4th of July party in Zilker Park. Fireworks exploding overhead, live music from a local band, and there she was, 33 now, but 26 then, laughing with a group of friends, her long blonde hair catching the light. She was a marketing coordinator for a tech startup, full of ambition and that southern charm. We bonded over our love for college football, hook'em horns, and craft beer. Our first date was at Torchy's Tacos, talking for hours about everything from our favorite hikes in the hill country to dreams of traveling to Italy. She was from a small town near Round Rock, her parents Mary and Robert retirees who had raised her with church on Sundays and family dinners every night. We got married in 2016, a simple outdoor ceremony at a ranch venue outside Austin. About 100 guests, barbecue catered, and a live band playing country tunes. Mary and Robert were over the moon. Mary helped with the flowers, Robert gave a toast calling me the son we always wanted. They lived in a modest condo in Round Rock, bought after selling their old house. Robert had been a high school history teacher for 30 years, Mary a homemaker who volunteered at the local library. They were good people, the kind who sent handwritten thank you notes and remembered birthdays with homemade cards. Laura and I didn't have kids. She wanted to focus on her career, climbing to senior marketing manager at her company. We talked about it, maybe in a few years, but life was busy. Our routine was comfortable, mornings with coffee on the patio, evenings watching Netflix or grilling out. Weekends might mean a drive to Fredericksburg for wine tasting or catching a UT game at Darrell K. Royal Stadium. I was devoted, that's how I was wired. When Robert had a heart scare in 2020, racking up medical bills that strained their fixed income, I stepped in. Their condo mortgage was underwater after the pandemic dip in property values. "Let me help," I told them over dinner one night. I set up automatic transfers from my account, $500 a month, to cover the gap until they refinanced. Laura hugged me tight. "You're amazing, Chris. They love you so much." But things started shifting in early 2025. Laura joined a new gym, one of those upscale CrossFit spots downtown called Austin Fit. She said it was for health. Her job was stressful, with long hours and client pitches. "I need to blow off steam," she'd say, coming home in her leggings and tank top, face flushed. She mentioned her trainer, Mike, a 35-year-old former Marine with a chiseled jaw and tattoos. "He's intense, but he gets results," she'd gush. I encouraged it. I wanted her happy. My own gym time was sporadic, too tired from work, but I trusted her. Texts from her during the day, "Miss you, babe." But our intimacy cooled. She'd claim exhaustion from workouts or work deadlines. Her 33rd birthday was September 15, 2025. I wanted to make it special. She'd been distant lately, but I chalked it up to stress. I booked a table for two at Perry's Steakhouse that evening, her favorite for the pork chops and that triple-layer chocolate cake. I ordered a custom necklace online from James Allen, a gold chain with a sapphire pendant to match her eyes, $800 but worth it. And since she mentioned girls' night with work friends that afternoon, I planned a surprise lunch with her parents. "Take mom and dad out," she texted that morning. "They'd love it. I'll see you at dinner." I picked up Mary and Robert at their condo around 11 a.m. Mary, 62, was in a floral dress, excited as always. Robert, 65, clapped me on the back. "You're too good to us, son." We drove to Perry's, chatting about the weather, another hot Texas day, and the latest Longhorns game. I raised a toast with water glasses at the table. To Laura, the woman who makes us all smile. Robert glanced out the window. "Hey, isn't that Laura's car pulling in?" My heart leapt, maybe she'd surprise us. But then she stepped out, arm in arm with Mike, laughing as he whispered something in her ear. His hand slid to her waist, she leaned in for a kiss. They headed toward the entrance, oblivious to us inside. Mary's hand flew to her mouth. "Oh no! Chris!" Tears welled in her eyes. Robert's face hardened, fist clenching. That son of a... I felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. "Maybe it's innocent," I whispered, but my voice cracked. We watched them enter the restaurant, taking a table in the corner, heads close, her hand on his knee under the table. We left quietly, paying the bill in a hurry. The drive back to their condo was silent, Mary's soft sobs the only sound. At their place, sitting in the living room with its cozy recliners and photos of Laura as a kid, they broke. Mary pulled me into a hug. "We have to tell you everything we saw," she said. Robert nodded. "Son, she's betraying you. That man. It's not right." My phone was in my pocket, but they insisted on calling to make it official or something, maybe to compose themselves. Mary dialed me from the kitchen, even though I was there. "Chris, come in here," she said through tears when I answered. We sat together, and they poured it out. "We saw her kissing him, holding hands like lovers," Robert said. "After all you've done for us, the mortgage help, the visits, treating us like your own parents. You're like a son to us, Chris. A real son. She's our daughter, but she betrayed not only you, but us too. The family we all built." Their words were a gut punch, but also a bomb. I sat there, head in hands, as Mary made tea and Robert paced. "We've noticed her pulling away," Mary admitted. "Canceling dinners, vague about her plans. But we didn't want to interfere. We talked for hours, me venting my confusion, them offering support. 'Whatever you decide, we're here,' Robert said. 'You're not alone.'" I drove home numb, the necklace box taunting me from the passenger seat. Laura arrived around 4 p.m. All bubbly. "How was lunch? Mom and Dad have fun?" "They saw you," I said, voice steady but cold. "At Perry's. With Mike." She froze, then burst into tears. "Chris, it's not what it looks like." "Really? Kissing in the parking lot? Lunch on your birthday instead of with friends?" The lies crumbled. She admitted the affair, started 3 months ago with extra sessions, escalated to dates, hotels on her work trips. "You're always so busy with projects," she sobbed. "Mike makes me feel young, exciting. It's like a spark I lost." "Spark? Our marriage is the spark, the home, the plans, helping your parents. That's real life, not some gym fantasy." The argument raged. She begged for forgiveness, but trust was shattered. She packed and left for a friend's that night. I called a lawyer the next morning. Texas divorce is no fault, 60-day waiting period. No kids, so no custody battle, but assets to divide, savings, her 401k, my truck. The house was premarital, so I kept it. Mary and Robert were my lifeline. They checked in daily, brought meals. Mary's chicken casserole was comfort food gold. "We're on your side," Robert said over coffee one day. Laura called us crying, but we told her, "Fix this or lose us too." The hearing was in Travis County Family Court, a sterile room with wooden benches. Laura wanted spousal support, I fought it. Mary and Robert provided affidavits. Chris has supported our family financially and emotionally. Laura's infidelity has caused irreparable harm. The judge, a stern woman, awarded a fair split, no alimony, house to me. Laura left court alone, her eyes red. Mary hugged me in the hallway. "This doesn't change us, son." Post-divorce, Laura moved to an apartment in East Austin with Mike, but it fizzled after 8 months. He got a job offer in Houston, left her high and dry. She's dating again, works at a new firm, but her relationship with her parents is strained, awkward calls, no visits. Me? I grew closer to Mary and Robert. They come for holidays, Thanksgiving with turkey and football, Christmas lights on my house. I take Robert to Rangers games in Arlington, help Mary with gardening. You're our family, they say. I met Emily, a 34-year-old realtor, at a networking event. She's kind, shares my love for outdoor adventures. Life's rebuilt, stronger, with chosen family. American as it gets, heartbreak, resilience, moving forward. Thank you for listening my story. If you want more raw, real, and gripping stories like this one, subscribe to the AEN Stories channel. Your support keeps these stories alive.